Hello dear students, how are you? I am Vivek Sharma, your mathematics teacher. I teach class 10th in your school. Here we have started our exercise 5.2 in last video lecture. We were doing some questions on the basis of the nth term of an AP. Now let us come again on the recapitulation of that concept. Before starting, please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. So let us come on the recapitulation of that concept of arithmetic progression. We know that the definition NAP, which is written as in this form A plus D, A plus 2D up to A plus n minus 1 into D, then such sequence is called an AP. Here D, which is looking here in the whole sequence, is called as a common difference. For a sequence in an AP, common difference should be same. Now the second is the nth term of an AP. The formula is given by an equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Here an is the last term of an AP. Here A is the first term of an AP, here n is the number of terms in an AP, and D is the common difference. Here some sample question is given for the clear understanding of the concept that how to use that formula. Here if A is equal to 7, B is equal to 3, n equal to 8 in an AP, find En, nth term of an AP, and write next three terms of an AP. We know the nth term of an AP is equal to An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. On using all the values, putting all the values on solution, here we get the nth term is equal to 28, and the next three terms is given by A1 equal to A, which is equal to 7, A2 is equal to A plus D. On putting value we get 10. Similarly, the third term of an AP is given by A plus 2D, which is equal to 30 after putting the value. Question number 12 of exercise 5.2. Two APs have the same common difference. The difference between their 100 term is 100. What is the difference between their 1000 terms? In this question, we have two types of APs, but the two APs have the same common difference. For this, first of all, we denote our first AP as capital A, and we consider this AP as A1, A2, A3 up to so on. The first term of that AP is A1. Similarly, we denote our second AP as B, capital B, which is written as B1, B2, B3 up to so on, and its first term is B1. Now in the question it is given that the difference between their 100th term is 100. So we write this as the 100 term of first AP minus the 100 term of second AP is equal to 100. It is given that the difference between their 100 term is 100. So we write as A100 minus B100 equal to 100. Now we can write this 100 term as A plus 99D. Similarly, we can write B100 as which is the 100 term of second AP, write as B plus 99D. Here D is same in two APs. It is given that two APs have the same common difference. The common difference is same. So on solving here, we get the relation A minus B equal to 100. And we consider it as the first equation. Now we have to find that the difference between their 1000 terms. So we write as 8000 minus B1000. So we can write this as A plus 999D minus we can write as B1000 term as B plus 999D. D is same. So on solving here we get A minus B. On using this equation first, which is A minus B equal to 100, we write as 100. So hence the difference between the 1000 terms is 100. Now it is the question number 13. How many 3 digits numbers are divisible by 7? So here in the question it is given that how many 3 digits numbers which are completely divisible by 7. So let us come on the solution. The 3 digit numbers which is completely divisible by 7 are 105, 112, 119 and up to 994. So these are the numbers which are completely divisible by 7. So here we get a sequence which is in AP because here the common difference between the term is 7. So here our first term is A, which is equal to 105, D is equal to 7, and last term which is An is equal to 994. We know the formula An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. On putting all the values on solving here we get the value of n equal to 128. So hence the number of 3 digit numbers divisible by 7 is 128, which is the. Let us come on the question number 15. For what value of n are the nth terms of the APs, which is 63, 65, 67 up to so on, and 3, 10, 17 up to so on equal. Here in this question we have two APs. Here we have to find that at what value of n the nth terms of both APs will be equal. So let us come on the solution. We consider 63, 65, 67 up to so on as the first AP. Its first term is A, which is equal to 63, and the common difference, which is B, equal to 2. Similarly, we consider 3, 10, 17 up to so on as the second AP. Here we denote the first term of that AP by A dash, which is equal to 3, and the common difference by B dash, which is equal to 7. Here we consider that AN and AN dash be the nth terms of the first and second AP. Now in the question it is given that the nth terms of the both APs are equal. So here the nth term of first AP is equal to the nth term of second AP are equal, but at what value of n? So here we have to find the value of n, that the nth terms of both APs will be equal. Now here we can write an as a plus n minus 1 into d. Similarly we can write an dash as a dash plus n minus 1 into d dash. On putting all the values, here we get the value of n equal to 13 after solving. So we can say that for n equal to 13, the nth terms of both APs are equal. For n equal to 13, the nth terms of both APs are equal. Now let us come on the question number 17. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. Our given AP is 3, 8, 13 up to 253. In this question we have to find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. Now let us come on the solution. Our given AP is 3, 8, 13 up to 253. So here first term is 3 and the common difference between the terms is 5. Now in the question here we have to find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. In that AP our last term is 253. So here we have to calculate 20th term from the last. So it means we will start from the last. So when we go from the last, so we are going in the reverse order. 253 is the first term, 248 will be the second term, and finally we will reach up to the 3. So we can see when we go from 3 to 253, so we are going in an increasing order, but when we start from the 253 from the last term to find our 20th term from the last term of an AP, so we are going on in the reverse order. So for our convenience we write this in the reverse order. So here we write as 253, 248, and finally we have the last term is 3. So for this our first term is 253, the common difference between the terms is d is equal to minus 5 and n is equal to 20, because we have to find the 20th term. So our formula is an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So on putting all the values here we get that our 20th term from the last term of an AP is 158. So it's a first method to find this type of question. But we have another method to find the 20th term from the last term of an AP. So to find the nth term from the last term of an AP, our formula is n minus 1 into d. So there is no need to change the sequence. Directly we can find our given AP is 3, 8, 13 up to 253. So our last term is 253, n is equal to 20, which is given the question, our common difference 5. On putting all the values, here we get the 20th term from the last term of an AP, which is 158, which is the question number 18. The sum of 4th and 8th term of an AP is 24, and sum of 6th term and 10th term is 44. Find first 3 terms of an AP. Now let us come on the solution. In the question it is given that the sum of 4th term and 8th term of an AP is 24, and the sum of 6th term and 10th term is 44. So here we write the sum of 4th term plus 8th term is equal to 24, and 6th term plus 10th term is equal to 44. Here we can write our 4th term as a plus 3d, 8th term as a plus 7d, which is equal to 24. Here similarly we can write our 6th term as a plus 5d and 10th term as a plus 9d, which is equal to 44. On solving here that equation we get a plus 5d, which is equal to 12. We consider it as a first equation. Similarly we solve this part, we get the equation a plus 7d equal to 22, which is the second equation. Now here by elimination method, on subtracting equation number first from second, arrange in the horizontal form. On changing the sign here, on solving we get the value of d equals to 5. We put the value of d equals to 5 in equation number first, which is a plus 5d equals to 12. On solving here we get the value of a equals to minus 13. Now here we have to find the first three terms. So we know that our first term, which is a1, which is equal to a, is equal to minus 13. Second term is equal to a plus b. On solving, on putting the value, we get the value is equal to minus 8. Similarly, we get the third term is equal to minus. Now let us come on question number 19. Subba Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. In which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? Here in the question it is given that the Subba Rao was getting an annual salary of rupees 5,000 in 1995 and every year he got an increment of rupees 200. So it means here in 1995 his salary was 5,000. It means in 1996 his salary was 5,200. In 97 it was 5,400 and up to so on. So here we are getting an AP. So here annual salary received by Subba Rao in 1995, 1996, 1997 is rupees 5,000, rupees 5,200, rupees 5,400 and up to so on. So here we are getting an AP. So here our first term is A, which is equal to 5,000 and D is equal to 200, which is the common difference because annual increment is 200 in every year. So it is same. So it is an AP. Now let us come on the point that in which year did his income reach rupees 7,000. Here we have to find the debt year in which year his income will be 7,000. So let us suppose that Subba Rao's annual salary reaches to rupees 7,000 nth year because we don't know that year. So we consider it as nth year. So it means that nth term of an above AP is rupees 7,000 because it is connected with it. Here it is an increment of rupees 200. Every year his salary is increasing. So it is the nth term of an AP. We consider it as. So here we write again in the AP form we get 5,000, 5,200, 5,400 and up to last, which is 7,000. Now here we have to find the nth term of that AP. So here we use the formula n equal to a plus n minus 1 into t. On putting all the values here we get the value of n equal to 11. So in the 11th year he will get the rupees 7,000 salary. So the 11th annual salary received by the Subba Rao will be rupees 7,000. So our answer is n equal to 11, which we have to find. You have understood the concept that how to use the formula of nth term of an AP. In exercise 5.2, here we have used that formula and we have done the lots of questions on the basis of that topic. Now here some homework is given. Exercise 5.2, do question number 14, question number 16 and question number 20 and revise the previous exercise 5.1 and exercise 5.2 remaining questions because revision is must for the better understanding of the concept. If you feel any problem, so you can write in my YouTube channel comment box. I will surely give the reply of your questions. Please take care of yourself and of your family members.